Jasper memory, your first piece of evidence is actually gonna be a door you have to scan in order to proceed in the level.
Fingerprints identified. Rose Atkins and Jasper Prado.
And you'll get a memory with Rose and Jasper interacting here. From there, in the next hallway, you're gonna have two guards. One I took out, and your next few pieces of evidence are gonna be on this table right here. Interact with all of them. After the three on the table, you need to scan these pieces of beer cans on the wooden box over here.
Fingerprints identified. Jasper Prado.
Next up, you want to make your way upstairs to the third floor. And depending on what you're gonna do, I took out every card. Your next pieces of two evidence, 6 and 7, are gonna be on the mattress here. Inspect them both. From those two pieces of papers, turn around and there's gonna be a table with a glowing stick on it. Interact with the piece of evidence on the table. And from there, actually turn around and your ninth piece of evidence is gonna be on top of sofa right here. You might. From there, go to the other side of the room, and there's gonna be a metal table with a note on it that you need to inspect. And the next piece of evidence is the ID card or piece of ID card you need to scan on the table.
Partial security ID. Fingerprints identified. Rose Atkins.
And your last piece of evidence in the third floor is gonna be right at the back of the room. There's gonna be a safe you need to open and interact with the phone inside. And depending on your choice, the voicemail will be different, but it will count as one piece of evidence. From there, head back down to the second floor. And your next two pieces of evidence are gonna be right after on a notice board when you actually get to the second floor. Alright, from there move forward to this hallway, and before going to the room with the guard, go to the room on your left, and your next 5 pieces of evidence are gonna be in this room. The map on the table, and on the other side of the table there's 3 pieces of paper you need to inspect. I actually missed one here in the video, which I had to come back to later on. And after that, you actually want to scan the jacket here.
DNA found. Rose Atkins.
Calm down a bit, would you? Christ.
What?
From there, go into the room with the guard and take him out, and you're gonna have your next 5 pieces of evidence on the board right in front of you. Inspect them all.
Trying to break the simulation or destroying everything will not help you.
And after inspecting them, turn to your right, and there's actually gonna be an objective you can scan on the table, another beer can.
Fingerprints identified.
And from that beer can, turn right, and there's gonna be a piece of paper on the table. You need to inspect. From there, take a turn to the left, and there's gonna be a radio on top of a chair you can scan, and next to the chair with the radio is an actually paper you need to inspect as another piece of evidence. From there, head back to the staircase and actually go to the other side of the floor through the door at the end. And you can see me being here like, where the fuck? and opening the door and actually turn around after you enter the room, and there's gonna be your next piece of evidence on the wall, the phone you interact with.
Servers were remotely accessed.
And from the phone, your last two pieces of evidence are gonna be on the table on the right. Inspect the notepad here and then scan the ID card, which will trigger another memory for you.
Security ID complete. Rose Atkins login now available.
Okay, so we contact Ramsey. We say, give us the memory gizmo or your girl gets it. That's it.
That's it.
What if he says no?